Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'll be playing some Star Citizen. This is a free flight. I'm not a backer of the project, so I kind of jump in every now and then. So shout out to Pcie and YT for letting me know that there is a free flight available. Do appreciate that. And I recently acquired the AMD Ryzen 7 9800X3D CPU. I've been told, or at least I've observed, that the 3D CPU seem to do pretty well in this game, so I thought I'd try it out with the latest offering from AMD, see if I can get some decent performance. So let's get into some settings. So playing at a resolution of 3840 by 2160. I'm using the DirectX 11 API. The game does have Vulkan, in beta form, but you do need to restart to enable that. But I'll be using DirectX 11 purely for the fact that Vulkan still isn't finished. The game also supports DLSS. Now, you can use this even if you don't want to upscale, because it's kind of got a better finish than the stock FXA or whatever this game uses for anti-aliasing. You can choose your presets here: quality, balance, performance. I don't know if you turn off, maybe it uses DLAA, I'm not too sure. But for argument's sake, I'm just going to put it to quality because I'm not sure. The quality level goes to very high, that's the highest, and then everything else only goes to high. So I've got that all maxed out. The only thing I've turned off, of course, is V-synchronization, so there's no frame rate cap to my monitor's refresh rate. No chromatic aberration and no film grain. Those are just personal choices for me. So I'm going to just jump into the persistent universe. So experience the Star Citizen Alpha universe, join your friends, visit space stations, execute contracts, all in a persistent expanding universe. It says before starting your adventure, start to learn the basics. I haven't played the game in a while, so I'm just going to use the tutorial to kind of get back into the swing of things. So best server location, I'm just going to start now. I'm just going to put my on-screen display up. Okay, so you wake up in your room, of course. So let's get up. So it says I need to head to the MT Metro Loop Transit Terminal. Let's have a look around. Okay, so we're in the mid-50s. The game seems to use an incredible amount of VRAM. You can see I'm using 28.3 system RAM. The Ryzen 7 9800X3D getting battered at 75% plus. So I can't go in there, maybe I don't have access. Let's use the elevator, go down to the lobby. But yeah, so far it seems smooth enough. We've got another player here. You can tell he's been spending money. Look at his gear. You have least wait for me, dude. Come on, man. We're both going to the same place after all. Let me just turn off the global chat. Don't want people saying things that are going to get me in trouble.
Hey.
Oh, I've got NPCs now that actually speak to you, other than shopkeepers that you kind of prompt.
Welcome.
Anyway, let's keep it moving. So I am on New Babbage. I chose New Babbage. I remember it being pretty demanding. And it definitely still is. Still not holding 60 frames. And as you can see, my RTX 4090 barely being utilized over 50%. So yeah, not looking great right now. But at least it's better than me having to shut down all of the E-cores on my 4900 KS just so I can play without stuttering every second. So that's an improvement. I'd rather have lower frames and a smooth experience than a high frames and just crazy, terrible 1% lows. Okay, so this side takes us to the spaceport. That's where we need to go. See if I can catch this before it goes.
Approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
Too late. I'm gonna have to wait for the next one.
Nice to see you again.
They do come pretty frequent. The next one's in 15 seconds basically, so it's not too bad.
The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
Got a pretty good selection.
Oh, there's one already here.
Hi, welcome to the store.
First time I used this tram system, I was pretty impressed, but it can look a little flaky at times, almost as if it's rubber banding due to your network connection, but it seems to be super fast now. Let's see what the next station's going to be. The next one is going to be the terminal, and that's where I need to go. CD 9800X 3D, just doing around 5.5 gigahertz. That's because I've overclocked it a little bit past the F clock max of usually 5400 megahertz. You can do that by using the external clock in asynchronous mode, and you can use curve sharper to stabilize that. And it works pretty well. I'm still learning about this CPU. That's why I haven't made any videos showing my settings. I don't know if you guys have requested that. I will make that video, of course. Just give me a little bit of time to work out the kinks. I want to make sure what I'm showing you guys is something that's actually stable and usable 24/7. You can see the voltage I'm using right now is about 1.323, and it's kind of fluctuating. So that's perfectly safe. So you don't need to worry about your chip being destroyed. I'm only using a standard 360 AIO. I'm using the Arctic Freezer 3, nothing special, and it's keeping temps in check, as you can see, around 62 degrees, but still holding 5.5 gigahertz, so that's nice. Okay, let's get into a bit of a slow jog. So this is going to take us to the spaceport. So yeah, the game seems to be running a lot smoother now. Looking at the 1% low, it's getting around 47 at the moment. And the average frame rate was in the 80s. That was probably because I just come off the tram system. I think once we're on ship or going to somewhere where there's a little bit more NPCs, and maybe that will reduce. Yep. But so far, not so bad. Very, very high usage though from the 9800X 3D. This is more of a CPU test than anything, just based on the GPU utilization. That's pretty shocking. The RTX 4090 barely getting leverage right here. But this isn't a reflection on the RTX 4090's performance. It's more of a reflection on the game state at the moment. It still needs to be optimized. Let's have a look out here. Decent draw distance. Honestly, it doesn't seem like too much has changed. I think they've made a more polished tutorial now, and they may have added a few more NPC models, more clothing. Yeah, I'm nothing against this game at all. I'm gonna buy it when it comes out, of course. And I'll always be happy to jump into a free flight to see what the progress is like. So I need to call my ship.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Okay, I don't have an option.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Okay, let's go and grab our ship.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
So I'll be flying the Anvil C8 Pisces to deliver this. Okay, let's retrieve it.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
So it's in Bang BFB's small hangar,
Please
so
visit us again.
guess there's a tutorial hangar now. It used to just give you a number, so that's changed. So I can go into any one of these. There's been a few frame spikes here and there, but not too bad. I can confidently say Direct Vulkan isn't quite ready yet. It will sometimes start well and then it starts having loads and loads of frame spikes. DirectX 11 is a lot more stable at the moment, so if you're wondering why or how Vulkan performs, it's definitely not going to give you a better experience than the DirectX 11, even though it's an older API. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be driving, or flying, sorry. The Pcie. Let's take a quick look at it. Nice ship. Anyway, let's call the ramp down so we can get in. Nice amount of cargo space. Should probably close this back. Okay, let's power everything on with the U key.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
We have power now. So what you can do now is request takeoff by pressing left Alt and N together. Before, I guess this is more streamlined.
Thank you. And please visit again.
Last time I played this, you had to actually go to your comms section and then hail the person and then they'll open the doors for you. Now it's a lot more streamlined, which is nice. I'm just going to toggle my thrusters now.
Engines online. Latency is at 100%. Takeoff complete.
Okay, let's get out of here. We're bringing my landing gear.
Landing gear raised.
Okay, we need to clear the atmosphere. I'm going to try and maintain a 45-degree angle ascent out of here. Use the autopilot. Foreign tractor available. Why not? Let's accept it. So it says seems like Stanton's still under siege. Planetary security services are calling for a response. Okay, and I'm tracking it, so let's do this. Well, I have a new objective now. Okay, let's reduce the angle that we're ascending at. 45 degrees should be enough. So at least outside of the ship, performance is good, getting around 80 frames per second. The things are being relatively smooth. You can see the 1% lows haven't been great, but should wait for them to settle a little bit. Sometimes when you're going through menus and it can affect things. Straighten up a little bit. So I've got to reach the distress beacon, wherever that is. So 15,000 altitude. I don't know how much you need to clear the atmosphere, but I'm gonna power up my quantum drive.
Shields offline.
Okay, we do have some targets we can aim at, but I think that's still out of range. When it's in red, I don't believe that's in range. Ship is not very stable, but this is where my objective is. So let's see if we can jump to it.
Oxygen is now on.
So while in quantum travel, the frames per second go off the charts. You can see I'm in the 200s now, and I'm getting full utilization out of my RTX 4090 now that we're out of quantum travel. You seem to get much better performance in space, of course. Okay, let's go and check out what's going on over here. Now, I haven't had much experience with fighting, but looks like I've got to shoot down.
Mayday, mayday, outlaws are attacking my ship.
Missile. Okay, what about my weapon system?
Okay.
Keep the fighters off me so I can work.
I'll try my best. I've got no experience with fighting though.